Hey everybody, this is Petey from the Spinner Rack, and we also have
Calvin Ellis, ready to rock.
today. Cal wanted to talk about the panel that is lighting up the internet for some reason. It's in the Clobberin Time series, which is basically update on the Marvel team up, but it's just basically a knockout, drag out. If Jeff Darrow were to do the Thing series, just a fight a minute panel, old school type of comic. But they did one panel that kind of caught fire, I think, for whatever reason. But here we go. Here's the panel. What's going on with this?
Well, as I was saying in the background, you did a good job of staying straight. It's Bull Roar. I mean, there was a panel before this where Ben Grimm, well, I'll give the whole backdrop. Ben Grimm has been invited to Krakoa mainly because he looks like a mutant. He doesn't look human. He looks like a mutant, one of the ones that don't look human. And so, of course, he's embraced by that part of the mutant community to come there and speak. So Ben makes a joke that, the girl over here who's green comes over and says, "Hey, I'm rocks, you're rocks, but we're all the same underneath." She then goes full woke on him. I mean, do you want to read that or I'll read it?
You can read it if you want.
All right. So it says, "Respectfully, sir, you were a cis white man until cosmic rays turned you into the thing. Your societal estrangement, while distressing, I'm sure, was relatively short lived. These days, you're a world famous superhero. You've had dalliances with models and starlets. You're currently wedded to a two-time national Medal of the Arts winner. Sorry, the syntax threw me off for a bit.
Mhm.
I was born like this and abandoned in a dumpster as an infant. I lived like a wild animal, or rather, I lived in the wild like an animal until I was 10. False equivalences help no one, sir. Thank you." So, and then we see the next panel, which I'm not going to read, because I totally chopped that one where Ben is on his, he starts backpedaling. Hey, hold on. And I'm reading this, and this is one of the reasons why I can't get into Marvel Comics because the people writing it don't seem to have any understanding of the history of Marvel Comics or these characters for that instance. Like I was discussing this with someone else where his take on Reed Richards was that Reed Richards was emotionally unavailable or emotionally distant. And I said, that's not Reed. That's how can Reed, Reed has a wife, Reed has, son, he has friends, he has close relationships with people. He's not emotionally distant. That's just another word of saying he's an a-hole at the end of the day. So then I read this, and you know Ben Grimm's history. You want to take a knock at it, or
Well, I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna just be different and say at this point in the comic, I had once it was Steve Skroce, I knew it was gonna be him kind of making fun of the kind of Jerry Springer, the Oprah moment where he kind of the thing gets there and he kind of pushes back. It's not a full on scene like I think Superman in what's that thing in Grounded that he was talking and someone said something about Captain America using the internet. There was a thing that someone did. It's kind of spoofing the thing. It's not the thing. Spoofing these meetings where someone says a cis male type of thing. Because I was like, this guy is the not the Wachowski sister. This artist is the Wachowski brothers. Blood is on his on his ink pen. So I knew it had to be what's the name. So like I think the other guy says something to Thing, and he finally pushes back and said, "That's bull," and you know it, Poindexter.
yeah, he didn't push again. The people writing this, yeah, he got the if you're looking to do a parody of the whole woke thing, he got that down pat. He doesn't know the thing, right? And if you're gonna do this and you really wanted to make it work and parody and or satirize the whole woke thing, then it helps that you know the Thing character, because how does the Thing come out? He just says a whole bunch of platitudes, which he tells us later. These are platitudes. Somebody's got like a thingy in his ear, and they're telling him what to say, and he just platitudes his way out of it. But if you knew the character, okay, you could have a much better moment right over here. The Thing oh, Ben Grimm, the cis white male that he's talking about was born into poverty. Okay, this is a kid. He was as a kid, he's running around Yancey Street. He was born into poverty. He was not rich. He was not privileged because of his white,
Well, look,
being cis white and male.
I get it. I'm just saying it's not, it's not that. I
I'm not
mean,
done.
it could be more. I'm just saying it's just a spoof on that sort of thing because
No, I'm not letting them get away with that.
you're
Ben Grimm
going
was
too
born into
far.
poverty.
I
Ben
can't.
Grimm was born into poverty.
Oh, come
In addition to being
on.
born into poverty, he lost his brother. He lost his
He's
older
not
brother
gonna
at an early
go
age.
that. He's not gonna go that far. He's not gonna be in the thing. The thing is not gonna go that far in trying to say, "Hey, I had it worse than you." He's gonna be like, "Get off your behind and shut up," type of deal. He's not gonna be. I've had trouble too. He's gonna be like, move on now. What's the name? Trying to. Of course, they're softening so no one would be what's the name. But this is just more. That was just more of a. I can see. I'm not disagreeing. You could have gone farther. You don't have to have the thing in his head, in his earpiece thing. But at the same time, it was just a bit, which I can't. I can fault Marvel for a lot more. But it's like this is otherwise, and Wolverine's a little being the one to which is kind of lost on a lot of people. Like Wolverine, like saying like this part where he says, "What the hell did I just witness?" And then them having that moment where Wolverine. It's same thing when Chris Claremont was writing Wolverine, where Wolverine had Wolverine decided that Colossus shouldn't have broke up with Kitty, so he takes him out to get him drunk and beat him up. But then the who's the name the Juggernaut is there, of course. So he decides, hey, let me just let the Juggernaut beat the hell or I'll let this happen. And it's just like, wait a second. Wolverine would more be like, hey, come on, like he said, Kitty's like 13. Like she's gonna have a heartbreaking way more than this. Like, and then if you my angle is if it was her, like Wolverine and Nightcrawler as her uncles, and they're like saying, wait a second, Kitty finds that like Peter broke up with me, and then then you guys took him out to get beat up and almost get killed by the Juggernaut. They said, no, we would have stopped it. How? You guys aren't strong enough to stop the Juggernaut. But I hear. I mean, and for me, it's more the icing, and the cake at the same time is just an action-packed, real romp, and like fun art. So I get it. I definitely get what you're saying. Well, ultimately, I mean, it's like why I brought up the Kitty thing is like I have saw it different from the person who was writing the X-Men Forever, but that's more the icing in my opinion than the cake. The story is just another huge drag out bloody fight, original Wachowski brothers type of thing, but a type of story. But that's my only point on that thing.
Oh, all
Oh,
right.
did I lose you?
Hello?
Oh, you there?
Hello?
Hey, I can hear you.
Coming in low on my end. Well,
I
hey,
can
I,
hear
I,
you
I
though.
I guess we can just leave it at that.
All right. Well, ultimately, I will say that it's, I did, I'm not at some point with the Marvel team up, with the 2-in-1. I think they kind of ran its course, and I was kind of upset that they, went to this team up format. But I was surprised to see that it's very much action packed. It's even more action packed than I thought it would be. And the first one was at the Hulk. This one's with Wolverine, and this issue they both ended up hurt really bad, and who knows how far they're going to get hurt. Whoever he teams up with in the next issue, because I think it's probably like five or six parts. But it's been like a Jeff Darrow type of bloody fight. But anyway, any other words?
Not a one.
Dude, all right, latest. Oh, what? Spinner rack.
We're out.
We out.